Their belief is that to be fully alive and to totally understand life, you actually have to understand death as well. So somebody who hasn't died doesn't really understand what life is all about. And that doesn't necessarily mean physically dying, but spiritually dying, the way that their tribe did after occupation and colonization, and how they came back from that and allowed themselves to be reborn. So the way they do these things is they actually relive the trauma that they went through and find their way out of that into their new selves. And that's one of their healing approaches. It's really interesting because that's, to us as Westerners, as gringos, that's a very modern psychological approach to dealing with trauma. And here's this native group that's been doing this for ages. And what came out of that for me was just exactly how strong their connection with their own past has stayed over the years, and how tight their connection to nature is, and how important nature is to their own existence and to their healing. Yeah, here we are 30 days after leaving beautiful Costa Rica. And I have to admit that there was a little period after we came back that I was kind of going, geez, why didn't we just stay there, lose our passports or something, because it's an absolutely beautiful country. And it took me a little while to work through some of what we experienced, because some of it to me was fairly profound, especially the Baruka experience, and seeing how these people deal with trauma, and the Carpio experience as well. So it took me a little while to digest that and figure out what I wanted to do with that. But after spending, 5 days doing this very compressed version of what the actual trip is going to be like, what the actual roto is going to be like, realized that, yeah, we've had a beautiful taste test of a number of experiences that really allow us to say, hey, this resonates with me. This is something that I need to do. This is something where I can find my place doing this. And for me, it's a little bit different, because what the whole thing affirmed to me was, yeah, I found my place doing Aftermath and spending my time working with Aftermath and spreading that message and helping people find their path. If I hadn't found that path, I would certainly be saying, after spending time with the Baruka people, I think I'd really like to do some work with one of the Indigenous communities here in Canada. It's very hard to say how something like this affects your day-to-day life, because it does sort of sneak up on you. But at least at the 30-day mark, I can honestly say that I am still eating healthier as a result of realizing just how quickly eating healthy can sort yourself out, both psychologically and physically. So taking a little bit better care of myself in that sense physically. And I think I'm still, even though it's a month after, I'm still a little bit more chill. I still got a bit of that Pura Vida going on, where I take things a little bit easier and don't take things as seriously as perhaps I did in the past. So it's a calming experience.